Tinubu and his lawyer have been disgraced in court. You are citing an outdated, deleted law, George tells Tinubu's lawyer at Presidential Election Petition Tribunal. I'm going to bring details of the story to you, but before then, I'd like to remind you if this is the first time or you've not yet subscribed, do well to subscribe to this channel and you will stay updated on what is going on. The Presidential Election Petition Court on Thursday in Abuja told Chief Wole Olanipekun San, late counsel to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that he was citing an old law against the requests by the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, for live coverage of proceedings of the court. Chairman of the court, Justice Haruna Simon Samani, drew the attention of Olanipekun to a portion of the Code of Conduct for Judicial Officers being wrongfully cited to justify Tinubu's opposition to live coverage of proceedings in Atiku's petition. At Thursday's proceedings, Tinubu, APC, and INEC had separately kicked against the request by Atiku for live coverage of the proceedings of the court to engender public trust and confidence in the court. Atiku, through his late counsel, Chief Chris Uche, had cited the monumental importance of the petition nationally and internationally to back up his demand for a live telecast of the proceedings. But in his bid to justify his vehement opposition, Olanipekun had cited paragraph 4.6 of the Code of Conduct for Judicial Officers, which he claimed prohibited judicial officers from broadcasting or televising proceedings during a court session. He cited the disputed law following the submissions by Chris Uche that there was no law or statute bearing live telecast of proceedings at the court. As Olanipekun was about to read the portion of the law, Justice Samani cut in and told the legal luminary that he was citing the wrong law. Justice Samani told Olanipekun that the portion he was citing to justify his arguments against live coverage had been amended and the portion being cited had been deleted completely. The chairman of the court maintained that the portion being claimed by Olanipekun was no longer in the new Code of Conduct for Judicial Officers. While making a case for a live broadcast of Atiku's petition, Uche had drawn the attention of the court to Justice Oputa panel of inquiry, which has telecast live and held all around in the country. The senior lawyer said that none of the respondents would be prejudiced if the petition is broadcast live. Specifically, he said there was no single law or statute against the live broadcast of court proceedings, adding that the fact it has never been done before should not be misconstrued to mean that it cannot be done this time. His submission drew thunderous applause from the crowd, who clapped for some minutes before the court announced that clapping was not allowed in courtrooms. Tinubu, in his objections raised by his counsel, said that Atiku's request was not surprising but dangerous as it is capable of prejudicing the court itself. Olanipekun said that the request for live coverage is capable of turning the court into a football stadium, a crusade ground, a theater, or film grounds where all manners of telecasts could be permitted. The senior lawyer said that the court should not grant an order that cannot be enforced or supervised, adding that the present moment is not the best time for such a request to be granted. Lateef Fagbemi, San, who opposed on behalf of APC, faulted the request, adding that the facility and policy documents are not there for the application to be granted. Fagbemi insisted that Atiku did not deserve to be granted the request. The electoral body, in its objections by its counsel Abubakar Balare Mahmood, said that the courtroom is for serious business and not a marketplace where anything goes, adding that the request for live coverage is unnecessary and uncalled for and should not be granted. Meanwhile, the chairman of the court, Justice Haruna Simon Samani, has adjourned ruling on the matter to a date that will be communicated to the parties. That is the update that is going on, and I just wanted to bring it to you. Alright guys, so I'll keep you updated on what is going on every step of the way. Remember, May 26th is the date slated for the judgment of the court of tribunal on Atiku and Tinubu's case. So we are waiting. There are several reports coming out that Tinubu is liaising with Buhari in order to make that day a public holiday so that the court could not sit. However, seems to be a false update, but I'm going to look into it and I'm going to bring you more stories on that. So please stay tuned and subscribe to this channel.